Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Continuing our conversation with Jeff Dostalek, Fitch-Rona EMS, your deputy chief. Jeff, thanks for sticking around with us here. I want to get to the ventilators, another device added to the scope of practice. And tell us what's this all about?
So we were fortunate with the CARES money here, that was out there, to take a look at some products. And while we were fairly flushed with, the N95s and the surgical masks and things like that, one of the pieces of equipment that we thought would be beneficial not only for our patients but also in the event that we had a huge ventilator shortage in the area was the transport ventilators. So with the money that we had available from CARES and then a little bit of extra that we had from some donations that we had, we were able to get 3 Zoll transport ventilators, and we're in the process of doing training on those right now. A lot of some of our staff has already had training on ventilators, and those that haven't, we're going over it with them. They'll be put on the ambulances. They can be used in cardiac arrest. They can be used to provide CPAP or BiPAP for patients that are in respiratory distress, where we might put a patient on CPAP that, as a provider that we have on the ambulance now, the ventilators will do that as well. The other thing that we're able to do is bi-level ventilation or BiPAP, and that would be much better for patients as well. So kind of prior to going on to CPAP, they could do BiPAP. The other idea behind the ventilators is that if we do get into a shortage in the area, which doesn't seem like we're going down that road yet, but there was a lot of talk about hospitals running out of ventilators, that we could be a source of a couple of ventilators if necessary.
Yeah, I think it sounds intimidating, I guess, when you first hear ventilator that you're carrying it on an ambulance, but it's been a common practice. How long has the ventilator been in Dane County? Has it been in, when we talk scope of practice, I mean, has it been in the tool book here in Dane County as far as a tool to be used?
It has not. We're going to be the first agency in Dane County to provide ventilators pre-hospital outside of a private ambulance service. I'm sure Ryan Brothers and Paratech have ventilators for their critical care, but as far as a pre-hospital provider and using ventilators in the field on 911 calls, we'll be the first providers in the county to do that. And, with all that's going on and, being able to provide, good BiPAP or good CPAP to patients, and in the event that, we need to put a patient on a ventilator because of a cardiac arrest or some kind of intubation, it does free hands up where we don't have somebody, in a patient's face doing bag valve mask ventilation. We can put them on the ventilator. It may allow us not to have a second or third or fourth provider in the back of the ambulance because the ventilator is taking care of that. Or if we do, they don't have to be so close that they're, putting themselves in harm's way because, we have to bag a patient. So although we still have, the regular BLS bag valve mask ventilation with oxygen at our fingertips, the ventilator just gives us an extra level of care that, as of right now, there isn't any providers in the county doing that.
Well, and I think it's also important to note, too, that being that you're an ALS, advanced life support, and with the auto mutual aid and stuff, not only is it benefiting our communities here in the Fitchburg-Verona area, but surrounding ambulance services that are coming in. You guys do intercepts with them. How does this help improve the outcome of these other services as well?
Sure. So I'll just give you an example of a call that I was on with another service that I run with, and we wound up doing an intubation on a patient way down in the Stoughton area, coming up to Madison. And so, I was in the back with a patient doing bag valve mask ventilation with them for a good 20 minutes while we did that transport. And so, going down into the Bellevilles, the areas south of here especially, those transports can be anywhere in excess of 20 to 30 minutes. And well, it doesn't seem that long while you're back there. It's a long time. And if we can provide a consistent level of airway management, tidal volume, rate, oxygen level, all of that stuff that really benefits the outcome of the patient for a 30-minute transport. That's what we want to do. And well, I think we do a really good job, doing it manually with a bag mount mask. There is some inconsistencies because we're doing airway and then there's other stuff going on. So we lose sometimes our focus on, because we got a lot of stuff going on at one time, and this just takes that right out of the picture for us. So we're really confident that our providers will use the piece of equipment. They're really energetic about doing the training and getting to learn that. And we've added some airway management, not just the ventilator, not just the equipment side of it, but respiratory side of it to our training as well. We had someone from Madison College come in and do some airway management ventilator training with provided it online for us. So we're really taking it, I think, our care to the next level.
Yeah, and for the layman person who may not understand the importance of airway and all of these tools, I mean, every patient presents just a little bit differently, and the medic being able to have all these tools at their disposal, gives you the opportunity to treat all of these different avenues. And it's never the same treat. It may look like the same or sound like the same, but everybody's a little bit different.
Yep. And I think, we added the ventilators. We've put the Lucas device on there. We've done some really good QA, especially on our cardiac arrest management throughout the county. And I think Patrick and I both feel this is really a next step in how we can care for patients, those long distance intercept calls. And being over on the west side now, we're picking up calls farther down on Highway 14 and Evansville, that area. So it could even potentially be longer for us.
Yeah, Jeff, thank you so much for breaking all of this down. I dive a little bit deeper in the weeds probably than we should, but I have a little bit of a soft heart there for EMS, and I just very excited for you guys, and we've got some amazing medics here at Fitch-Rona, and to see you guys bring this on board along with just everything that's really, there's been a lot of tools to be added, but given the pandemic, and to see you guys strive has been awesome. So thank you for sharing, and we hope you have a good holiday season. This will be the last time we talk to you for 2020, so thank you to you and Patrick for all your help this year. We look forward to having you back on next year for more updates.
Thank you for the support. We always appreciate coming on. We always appreciate the support that you give us, and you're always pushing us forward, and we appreciate the opportunity to come on and tell our community and the people that support us throughout, Fitchburg, Verona, and the town. Without them, and they're, we do bill for our service, but we also have tax dollars, and without their support from our communities and the public officials that support us, we obviously wouldn't be able to do what we do. So we want to thank you, and we want to thank them as well. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and we'll look forward to a better 2021, right?
Hey, we're all ready to shut down 2020 for sure. So we'll end it there. Jeff, thank you so much for your time. We'll catch up with you next month.
Okay, take care.
You bet. All right, Jeff Dostalek, Fitch-Rona EMS. We'll check back in with them, like I said, back in January as we kick off 2021. Take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.